Hello, hello. Welcome to Luna Mouth Messages. I am here to do a read for the sign of Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. So this is going to be for the rest of the month of June. Okay, so we are just going to get right to it. Okay, and see what Spirit wants to show you, to tell you. For the rest of the month of June. Okay, so Spirit, what do you want Scorpio to know? What do you want to show us? What do you want to speak about here? Okay. All right. So I'm going to take this one first since it came up up upright, and you saw how it fell. This is the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. All right. So we have the 6 of Swords. We have the 6 of Cups. So 6 could be significant here. And then we have Awakening. Okay. Okay, I just did the Leo reading, and this is giving me the same type of energy. So what I'm seeing here is that there is a family situation. This could also be an organization, but with this specific deck, I get family. Okay, we will see as we get the rest of the cards, but this is giving me like this could also be an inheritance, right? But I'm getting more family, or a group of people that you saw as family. And it's looking to me like you are ending some very difficult times when it comes to this situation with this group of people, with this family, whatever this is. And you are moving into calmer waters. You could have a son, and it's giving me that you are moving away from whatever this is and just taking this child with you. It could be a boy. Yes, it's looking like you are moving towards something that you prefer, better times. This is giving you're going to also receive help from unexpected places during this difficult time or challenging times. This is showing me that maybe you are like maybe thinking about the way things were in the past, or maybe removing that illusion of how you thought things were in the past. Maybe things were completely different. Maybe you were seeing something from your past in a very almost like in a very like fantasy like way. Like, how can I explain this? Like, you were seeing things from your past, or when it comes to this family, you were seeing things like so perfect and neatly put together. And it's giving me that you're having to move away from that as you go through this awakening and start to see things from a different perspective. You're starting to see things differently. And it's like you're almost like questioning basically where you come from. Um, like it looks like you were like so proud of these beginnings and like this family structure, or this group, this organization you were part of, you were seeing them in such a high light, in such a uh, um, like just perfect lighting is what I'm getting. But that wasn't the case. Like there was so much darkness that you were unable to see, and you had to move away from that and had to take the time to reflect so that you could like embrace yourself and who you are and your uniqueness, because maybe these people were trying to keep you stuck in this illusion of what things were within this group, but it was an illusion. That's not who these people were. Like they wasn't all hunky dory. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Like it wasn't all like cutesy and stuff. And we have the Queen of Swords, so this is giving me like you have spoken your truth. Like you are, it's also giving me like you have chosen to speak your truth from after this awakening that you've gone through, and you're seeing things for exactly what they were, which is was an illusion. And you decided to leave this situation, to cut ties with this group of people, with this family, um, and release these situations and find peace. It looks like you chose transformation in your life that's bringing you positive, positive new things. That's what I'm seeing with that. Let me get this. Um, So let's try to clarify some things here. Spirit, what can you tell us more about this group of people, this situation? What else do you want us to know about this group of people? Whoa, okay. So I'm going to get the Queen of Swords again. Wow, it's like you definitely cut ties with these people, whoever these people are. You cut ties. You call judgment on these people. And yeah, Ten of Wands, you set down those burdens. It looks like this was a hard thing to do. Like you were carrying, it's giving me you were carrying things you weren't even meant to be carrying. And it's all because you were living under this illusion that this group was perfection, that they were, but this is something that you created in your own mind. That's another thing I'm seeing. But now you've gotten clarity on who they are, and you've cut ties with this. You release the burdens, and you've completed this cycle with these people. Yes, that is the truth. Ace of Swords. There's truth here. 1 could be significant. Number 11, which breaks it equals 2, which is the house, the second house, which is the house of value. This is self-worth. You chose yourself and realized that you were worth so much more than this illusion of perfection that maybe you were trying to hold on to for whatever reason, right? Maybe because you were taught to keep things tidy and like, oh, we don't want people to see this. We don't want people to know that we do this, that we're like this, right? But it's giving me like you cut all of that out simply by waking up to this truth, choosing truth, and choosing to live in your truth. And and like rejecting anything that isn't that. Yes, this is, you took the time to meditate, contemplate, whatever you had to do, and disconnect from whatever that was for you. Wow. Okay. The Ace of Cups. You gave yourself love. This is self-love. This is choosing yourself, choosing love, choosing compassion. This is knowing, this is like a realization that you don't need to live hiding who you really are for fear of being perceived as this or that. Like you could be whatever the heck you want to be without having to worry about how others feel about you or what others think about you. This is trusting your intuition. And we have the Queen of Pentacles, and it came out reversed. This is financial independence. I'm getting like you chose self-love. You chose yourself. You chose to the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Let me get one more because I don't know what I'm getting with this. Maybe you lost money, you lost on an inheritance here because you chose yourself. You lost on finances here because you decided it was better to choose self than to keep dealing with the burdens of this false reality. That's what I'm getting. Because you didn't want conflict. You just wanted to move away from whatever that was. So it's giving me that you lost money, but you gained wish fulfillment. Yes, you gained wish fulfillment. This gave you emotional stability. Choosing self, obviously, is always going to bring emotional stability. Contentment. So and then, but we have the Chariot here. So you chose to move away. You chose to move forward. You chose, like, this is still progression. Having this awakening and leaving that false reality behind. And like I said, this is like losing out on an inheritance, losing out on finances, probably losing out on luxuries, right? Because it's like, what I'm seeing is like you maybe had, and I don't want to say an easy life, but like financially you were good. And like, yeah, you were financially well off, but I'm getting that the cost of that was um, a lack of emotional, like you weren't getting the emotional connection that you wanted, that you were looking for since you were a child. Like what you wanted as a child was love. I think we all do, right? But and what I'm getting is that you thought that that's what you had, but soon realized, like, no, this isn't. This isn't that. You chose to give your inner child healing, and this awakening brought in a lot of information as to what you truly want out of life, and realizing that that's not what you were actually living. That's not what you were, that's not what your reality was. So it's giving you chose yourself rather than living in what others might perceive as um, wealthy, living in luxury. It looks like you chose to leave. You chose to take your emotions elsewhere. So we have the judgment. Yes, you were called, you were called to, it's like you answered the call to expand. You answered the call for inner healing, for this awakening. So the awakening is to me is like the Fool card, but also the Judgment card. So this is choosing to answer that call to be authentic, to live in your authentic self. I mean, to live in your authenticity. And then we did have the Eight of Wands. Um, this is this is like whatever you did here to set these things down. You were like, all right, I'm answering that call, and it looks like whatever you did here, moving ahead, that was quick. That might have been unexpected too. It might have been unexpected to others, to this family, to this group of people, this organization. Like, this was quick. They did not expect this from you. We have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. So this is giving me, you chose yourself. You chose love. You chose harmony. You chose union with yourself. You chose alignment. Wow. Okay. So that's what I'm getting with that. No, let's choose this. All right, Spirit. So what is this? What is? I just want to get a little bit more on this group of people. I mean, it's going to be different for everybody. It could be a family. It could be just a group of people that you considered family. We have the Emperor reversed. So I'm getting like, this is like leaving a very confusing situation, taking action. This is giving like taking action towards yourself, like, but in reverse, this is giving me more the archetype of like this that group of people, which would be like a leader who's not really a leader. That's what I'm getting, like a not a good leader. someone who is not in their power. So this group of people, I'm getting, they're just unstable. It's like they're just power hungry. This group of people was just very power hungry. All right. We have Daughter of Wands. We have the Two of Pentacles. And we have the Six of Cups again. So yeah, what I'm seeing here is like this group of people is just power hungry. They wanted to like keep you from starting something new. They didn't want you to go on this new adventure. They didn't want you to have balance or move away from them. It's like they didn't want this transformation for you. They wanted, it's like they wanted to keep you stuck in the past. But that is not what happened, because these cards are all upright except for the Emperor. So it's giving whatever actions they took here to keep you stuck, if that's the situation here, or if it's just, like if this is just speaking about you, it looks like you just didn't want to be part of this controlling group anymore. So you went ahead and started something new. You transformed, you made a change for the better. You moved away, you balanced yourself out. And it's like, yes, there's love here for these people, but you don't want to stay stuck in the past. You want to grow. You needed to answer this call for yourself, for your highest self, for your betterment. And we have the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck here. So I'm getting like, this was a difficult decision. And maybe for a really long time, you didn't want to see the truth about who they were to you, what they were in reality, and it could just be even about yourself. You didn't want to see this about yourself, like that you were staying stuck in an environment that you didn't exactly feel like you belonged, or it's like feeling a type of way because you didn't want to leave these people behind, because there's something here about honoring family, right? But at the same time, it's like you're trying to honor people, places, or things that it's like it doesn't resonate with you anymore. So that could be it. Like it just didn't resonate. They could have been great people, right? But it's like whatever the situation was, you just did not feel aligned to who they were, or you just weren't aligned with them anymore, and you needed to leave. You answered this call for growth, for uh, you know, to live an authentic life. That's what I'm seeing. Like you had to leave. You did not want to be controlled by your past, by this like cookie cutter type of, uh, you know, belief, this cookie cutter type of situation, or you know what I'm trying to say. So that's what I'm seeing. Let me get you some advice and guidance. on the situation. Spirit, what's the guidance for this situation? Whoa. It's a lot more than I wanted, but I'm gonna go with the flow because we still have a little time. All right. I'm gonna take the ones that came up. Wow, that is a lot. Okay. So let's leave these two that came up. No, we can't see. All right. So again, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is definitely a group of people. If this isn't family, like I said, this could be an organization that deals with children. So children could be significant here. And we have the Emperor again, and now we have the Emperor upright. So this could be like someone who owns a business here. So this could be a business owner. So it could be this person who was very strategic here in trying to bring in a tower for you. But I'm getting whatever this is, like I saw here, instead of bringing you like I've said this before, like this is my favorite tarot, my favorite tower card. This in this deck, this is my favorite tower card. And to me, this is more about transformation of this is transformation in every way to me, and this is positive. So what I'm getting is that this person worked. They could have worked with an organization, or this is simply like this is a business owner that worked and was very strategic in bringing you like this tower that they thought was going to destroy everything for you. But instead, what it did was help you to transform in such a beautiful way. And this was all done over a new beginning. It was done over money. It was done for money. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles, because they were seeing the growth. They were seeing your growth, and it looks like they were not happy about that. They were not happy about your growth. They were not happy about the investments that you were making. This could also be that they invested in this, in causing this tower for you. And then we have the Hierophant. Nope. This is you. This tower, what it did was bring you a new beginning. It brought you a new beginning, and it put you closer to your spiritual self, to your highest self. And we have the World. You closed out a cycle. You closed out a cycle of what I'm getting is of allowing others to kind of dictate who you are and what you are going to do with yourself, with your life. We have the King of Swords here, and then we have the Queen of Swords over there. So there's somebody that was watching you. So this could have been a partner here, and I did get the Lovers before. So this could have been someone who was watching you. It's giving me like they were watching all that was going on here. I'm getting this is somebody else. They were watching you go through this transformation, whoever this King of Swords is, we have the Knight of Swords as well. So it looks like this person wants to come in. Okay, so okay. So this Emperor and this King of Swords are two different people. So what it could also be is that this business owner person could have strategized this tower here, and it looks like they worked with a family. Again, that's why I was getting like family as well. So definitely they could have worked with family or just another group of people. They worked with this group of people to stop you from moving forward, from 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 leaving. It's like they wanted to stop you, or yeah, they wanted to stop you from leaving. So they decided to maybe pay a King of Swords to watch you. This could have been to watch you, to keep track of like what you did. Like they could see like your social media or whatever, like online. However they were able to watch you. It looks like this person was paid to keep an eye on you and spread lies about you. I I got this in another reading. I think this is like a very collective energy right now. But this is like they paid to have someone here spread lies about you and collaborate with a group of people or a family here to stop something you were doing, or just to stop you from growing, stop you from choosing yourself, and to judge you unjustly here. This is like to judge you for what you were trying to do. Maybe to judge what you were doing in terms of leaving this situation behind, to judge the choices that you were making. But we have temperance. Doesn't matter. That's, to me, that's like your angels stepping in, like, nope, not today. And then we have the hermit here. Yep. So your angels came in and protected you. They came in, and it's like I'm seeing like someone coming in, holding on to you and taking you out of the way, like getting you out of the way here and putting you up, putting you up this mountain and kind of like letting you go within and glow. That's what I'm getting. Like just glow. Yeah, like choose yourself, look within, find your strength, find that inner strength. That's what I'm seeing here. So that's, yeah, you're definitely super protected here. And I'm getting you're very balanced. So instead of this, and like I was saying, like with this tower card, this is like, to me, this is transformation that only helps you. I mean, all transformation helps you in life, depending on how you see it, right? Depending on whether you choose the growth or to learn the lesson. And I'm getting, you chose to learn that lesson, and you chose growth. You chose to transform, to see things from a higher perspective, and you chose to release anything that did not align with who you're becoming. And that's beautiful. So, all right, let me get you a spirit animal oracle here, and then we will leave it there. All right, Scorpio. Let's see. Spirit, give us a message. All right, we have Cow Spirit, and this is number 15. Hold on. Sorry about that. I don't know, because I received a phone call, and I don't know if you could hear me, but we did get Cow Spirit. I don't know where we left off, but hopefully you were able to hear everything. All right, so we have Cow Spirit. And if there was a point where there was like the message was blocked or something, I'll put it in the description box, whatever it is that you missed. So I don't want to have to do this again. All right, so we have Cow Spirit. The miracles are endless. You are at a beautiful point in your life today, for your needs are being met effortlessly and in so many ways. Fully embrace this truth by focusing on all you have right now, including the positive relationships that sustain you, the work you are proud to do to contribute to the world, and the activities that inspire you and nourish your soul. Cow Spirit nudges you to pay attention because this is the perfect time to focus on the choices, actions, and behaviors that you know feed your soul and bring your heart contentment. Now is also the time when you will see many of your projects and commitments that were set in motion in the past begin to yield valuable gifts that will bring you joy and love and sustain you for a long time to come. Stay positive and share your well being with others. The more you share, the more you will manifest. So be generous. Cow Spirit promises you will never run out of miracles. All right. And I actually think Leo got the same message, if I remember correctly. But Scorpio, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this was helpful, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye.